الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى. يا ربي لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله، بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله به الغمة وجاهد في سبيل ربه حتى أتاه اليقين. اللهم اجزه عنا وعن والدينا وعن الإسلام والمسلمين خير ما جازيت به نبيا عن قومه ورسولا عن أمته. اللهم أحينا على سنته وتوفنا على ملته وأوردنا حوضه واسقنا من يده الشريفة في شربة هنيئة لا نضوى بعدها أبدا. ثم أما بعد, dear respected brothers and sisters, in this White Friday, just want to make quick comments on Salat al-Jum'ah, or some of the ahkam, the rulings of Salat al-Jum'ah, with the intention of showing how easy Islam is. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا جَعَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not impose any haraj or hardship on you in matters of religion. We all know that Jum'ah is obligatory and we have to come for Jum'ah unless we have excuses. That's well known. This is Surah Al-Jum'ah, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا نُودِيَ لِلصَّلَاةِ مِنْ يَوْمِ الْجُمْعَةِ فَاسْعَوْا إِلَى ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَذَرُوا الْبَيْعَ. When the adhan of Jum'ah is called, then respond to the call of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and leave trade. This is better for you if you only know. And the entire ummah, all six madahib, they are in agreement that Jum'ah is obligatory upon Muslim males. Females are welcome, but it is not a must for them to come. But for males who have no valid excuse, then they should and they must come for Jum'ah. However, our ulama talked so much about the excuses, the valid excuses for people not to come for Jum'ah or Jama'ah in general. We're speaking specifically about Jum'ah. The word Jum'ah, it's come from the word Jama'ah or Ijtima'. It means the gathering, right? These days called Jum'ah because people gather, and the masjid also called Jami' because it brings people together. Ijtima', which means meeting, you know, it's all came from the same root, Jama'ah, all right? So the day of Jum'ah is the day when people come together, and needless to say that there are plenty of benefits for this gathering. We can count some of them as spiritual benefits, educational benefits, and also social benefits. And alhamdulillah, since the time of the Prophet ﷺ until today, and inshallah until the day of judgment, no one will dispute whether Jum'ah is obligatory or not, and there's no dispute about Jum'ah. Our ulama talked about the concept of haraj or hardship, and looking at today's weather actually inspired these thoughts. Our ulama talked about excuses such as illness, traveling, bad weather. On the bad weather, some ulama talked about specific cases. Interestingly, we talked about rain. Imam Malik said that the rain that forces people to cover their heads, that's considered a good excuse for people not to come for Jum'ah. And wind and extreme cold and extreme hot weathers. When the road turned muddy and it's difficult for people, it's not impossible, people can come still, but it is difficult for them to come. These are valid excuses according to the four madahib and almost all ulama. And I want to share with you this hadith that's in Bukhari and Muslim. Both Imam Bukhari and Muslim narrated the same hadith, which means it's in the highest level of authenticity, very authentic. That Abdullah ibn Abbas, cousin of the Prophet and one of the great scholars in the entire Muslim Ummah, one day it was a rainy day. Friday was a rainy day, and he said to the mu'adhin, his mu'adhin, he said, when you say, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, don't say Hayya al-Salah. Because Hayya al-Salah means come. Don't say that. And instead say, pray in your houses. Pray in your houses. Imagine the mu'adhin says that. And people around, they heard the mu'adhin saying, pray in your houses, and they disliked it. What is this? That's not the adhan we know. Well, because the people don't know does not make it incorrect. Abdullah ibn Abbas is a scholar. He knows what he's talking about. And when people dislike it, he said, the one who's much better than me did it. Meaning Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Al-Jum'atu azama. Jum'ah is compulsory. However, I hate to bring you walking in a muddy and slippery ways. So pray at home. I know most of you heard this hadith for the first time, but check it. It's in Bukhari and Muslim. Abdullah ibn Abbas, again, is one of the greatest scholars in the entire Islamic history. And he said the Prophet did it once. He said, instead of saying Hayya al-Salah, Hayya al-Falah, say, pray, Sallu fi buyutikum, Sallu fi rihalikum. But the intention is not to impose hardship on people. The goal is much greater than this. But if coming to the Salah, Salatul Jumu'ah, would cause hardship, again, it's not impossible. People can come. We came today, alhamdulillah. Right? It's not impossible, but it's difficult. So the mu'adhin, Abdullah ibn Abbas ordered his mu'adhin to say, pray in your homes. You don't have to come for Jumu'ah. Allah knows. The weather is good, you come, but in this case, and this is the exception, of course. Again, all madhahib talked about this. So now the question is, when should we take this rukhsa, this exception? When should we accept it? This is another good example of how fiqh changed at the time of change. As I mentioned earlier, some scholars said that when there's rain that makes your clothes wet, that's the standard. If the rain makes your clothes wet, that's a good excuse. You can pray home. You don't have to come to the masjid, even in Jummah. But of course, today, in our day and time, if it's rainy outside, we still live our life normally. We drive around, we go to the mall, we go to our workplace, and nobody calls his employer and says, I cannot come to work today because it's raining. People laugh at you. That's not a good excuse because the roads now are paved and we have nice cars and we have made arrangement to live our life normally in the time of rain. But back then, when we read the books of the fuqaha, when heavy rain comes, of course, they turn the roads into muds, and it's difficult for many people, and sometimes you have holes and small ponds. It's difficult for people to come. So how can we define hardship in our day time? This goes to the custom, to the adat or the tradition, or what's accepted as a good excuse when schools shut down, and when even in banks and institutions they shut down because there's a severe storm. If you're in trouble, even the police, 911 cannot respond to you. Nobody can come and help you. That's the kind of hardship. Then, in other words, we have to make our own judgment based on our environment. No one will give you a specific fatwa for yourself. You have to be the mufti of yourself in this case. If you find out it's really difficult, slippery outside, icy roads, very heavy snow, pray home and don't feel bad. Pray at home and don't feel bad. All madhahib agreed on this. Why are we saying this? We are saying this because we need to learn our deen, and we need to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it obligatory for us to come for Jum'ah, but the same God subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, if it's so difficult, if it's going to put you in risk, stay at home, pray at home, and don't feel bad, because exactly like travelers or those who are sick, you don't have to fast, and don't feel bad about it. Many Muslims, they feel bad they are not fasting Ramadan while they're sick. Their doctors tells them you have to break your fasting, you have to eat and drink something. Fasting will hurt you, will delay your healing, or make your case worse. Then listen to your doctor and don't feel bad about it. And since we're talking about this also, that we know that flu is everywhere now. If you have flu, don't come to the masjid. Don't come for Jum'ah. I don't say, no, it's the hand of Allah. If Allah wants someone to get sick, will get sick. We know that. But we know that flu is contagious. When you come to this closed place with a flu, then you can spread it to other people. Rasulullah ﷺ said, and also in the authentic hadith, something much less harmful than flu, eating garlic or onion. The Prophet said, if you eat garlic and onion, don't come to the Jama'ah, because the angels will be bothered. You are bothering everybody. You are bothering the angels, bothering the brothers who are praying, those who have bad luck, praying on your right and your left, and they have to get this bad smell. Don't come. In other words, you come when you are able to. So if you have flu or flu-like symptoms, don't feel bad. Pray at home, and inshallah you'll be rewarded, because Allah knows if you're healthy, you would have come to the masjid. Now you are not healthy, and to not to spread this illness, it's better for you not to come to the masjid in order to avoid this from happening to other people. Our fiqh, our deen is beautiful. Our deen is easy. And with this hardship, there is ease, as the ulama said. Whenever things get hard, Islam provides easy ways. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that, according to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when a believer gets sick, he will get the same reward as praying jama'ah in the masjid and fasting, because Allah knows that if he was healthy, he would have fasted or come to the jama'ah. So his ajr will be the same. He's praying home for 10 years, he's sick, cannot leave his house. But he will get the reward of those who come and drive and come to the masjid at 10 Jum'ah and Jama'ah and Taraweeh and so on. But he has a record, a very good record, of coming to the masjid regularly, coming for Taraweeh regularly, coming for Eid regularly. But when you get sick, people sometimes feel bad. I miss the reward of... No, you don't miss the reward. You don't miss the reward. The hardship attached with any form of ibadah is not a goal in of itself. It is associated with fasting or hajj, but it's not intended. That's why when it gets really difficult, Islam makes it easy. Provide different ways. 2 of the 5 pillars of Islam are not practiced by the majority of Muslims, hajj and zakah. Because they don't have nisab to pay zakah, they cannot afford being hajj. Not a problem. And don't feel bad about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you can and what you cannot do. And we're not speaking here about the impossibility of doing it. Even if it's difficult. If it causes haraj. If it causes haraj. Hardship. You can do it still with difficulty. No, difficulty is when it gets very tough, just forget about it. Or do it in a much easier way. That's our deen. This is the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who did not want Islam to be a source of burden. So today, a day like today, if it's difficult for those who live far away from the masjid and they know that it's very risky for them, and they pray at home, they should not feel bad about this. But those who live close by, those who can make it without hardship, like most of us, all of us, alhamdulillah, since we are here safely, then they should come. Inshallah, the reward will be doubled because they have to go through this hardship and come with no intention but to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to fulfill this obligation of Jum'ah. When it gets difficult, it gets easy. That's a well-established ruling in Islamic law. And Islamic law also looks at the circumstances. I remember one day in one of the masajid, they prayed Dhuhr, and it was a rainy day, and they combined Dhuhr and Asr, and I said, why are we doing that? They said, because according to Imam Shafi'i, when the rain comes down, you can't combine the prayer. They prayed another Jama'ah, right after Dhuhr, they prayed Asr immediately. And I said, well, it doesn't make any sense, because you get out of here, go to the mall, go for shopping, go somewhere else. Rain back then was difficult. So the purpose is the difficulty, not the rain in of itself. Oh no, but this is what's written in the book. Yeah, I know it's written in the book, I know that. But think of the rain back then and the rain now. When it gets severely hot or cold or windy, or you have a big snowstorm, then that's a good excuse. And you have to be smart enough to decide where is the limit, where to draw the line between ease and hardship. Again, it varies. from one place to another, one time to another. And our fuqaha are great, they have great minds, and they did ijtihad based on their time and circumstances. Those who come like 5-10 miles in extreme hot weather can kill themselves. Stay there, pray there, and don't feel bad. Islam does not want you to kill yourself to fulfill ibadah. That's not Islam. Islam makes things easy on people, not difficult on them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. May Allah accept our ibadah, our prayer. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us for coming and fulfilling this ibadah. Salat al-Jum'ah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. استغفروا. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم، وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. عباد الله اتقوا الله واطيعوه. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم، اشكروه على نعمه يزدكم، ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم إنا نسألك رزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم اصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا، واصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، واصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا. اللهم اجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير، واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث، فأصلح لنا شأننا كله. اللهم لا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين ولا إلى أحد من الناس يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا واسعا وشفاء من كل داء. نسألك الغنى عن الناس يا رب العالمين. اللهم أعطنا ولا تحرمنا، اللهم أكرمنا ولا تهنا، اللهم أعزنا ولا تذلنا، اللهم عافنا واعف عنا، ورضنا وارض عنا، وانصرنا ولا تنصر علينا. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين، وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين، وانصر الإسلام وعز المسلمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. وعليكم السلام.